What if a virus could hijack our minds and control every living person on Earth simultaneously? This is the premise of the new show Pluribus, and just as you want to brush it off as fiction, I want to let you know that reality isn't so far away from that. Matter of fact, very similar mechanisms already exist on our planet, and today I'm looking into it. In order for something to be called Pluribus, it has to meet three criteria. 1. It infects humans and spreads. 2. It controls their behavior. And 3. It forms a hive mind with other humans. First thing that may come to mind are viruses, but they aren't even alive in the traditional sense. They're sophisticated organic machines governed by chemistry and physics, with the only goal of making copies of themselves by finding a host cell and injecting their genetic material into it. This way they take over the cell and turn it into a virus-producing factory, which will make new copies of viruses and allow them to exit and continue doing the same thing. Viruses exhibit many forms of intelligence, like staying dormant to ensure future opportunities, but they're not conscious. They control no one, and they don't form a hive mind. Another candidate is the very bacteria in your gut, which produces chemicals that can influence your mood, stress levels, and even decision making. But this is more of a biological influence than control, and they don't connect with anyone. Fungus also comes to mind. They can control ants and manipulate their behavior to spread into other hosts, except they don't coordinate in any way we know of, and they don't infect humans, but parasites do. Toxoplasma gondii is a parasite that famously changes mouse behavior. It makes them less fearful of cats so they get eaten. This way the parasite gets to continue its life cycle. This same parasite is also present inside so many of you watching me now, but even if this parasite could affect our behavior, the effects are modest and debated among scientists, and it certainly doesn't coordinate with anyone, which leaves us with the closest real-world analogy to a pluribus. Ideas. When you're convinced of an idea, you become infected. This idea then uses biological pathways like language to spread into groups. The idea will influence their behavior, but most importantly, it could make people coordinate mass behavior in the form of religions, political ideologies, or national identities. This can cause millions of people to act in synchronized ways, wearing certain clothes, chanting the same slogans, or working toward a common goal.